Good day. Welcome to Words of Wisdom. Beautiful, glorious, sunny, sun-filled afternoon. Most unexpected because it's supposed to rain, but apparently now it's only going to come in much later. So lovely, really lovely right now. As I came up, I thought, right, it's time. I feel called. I've just been trimming my front garden, so that's all cleared up. I was touching the earth, touching the grass, pulling up the weeds. I was really just doing the whole garden thing, and washed my hands, washed the mud off my fingernails, so hopefully, and came upstairs, and there on my bed was one of my Quantum Leap cards that has obviously blown off my windowsill straight onto my bed. I was like, who are you? Very nice. So this card was on my bed, Fragmented Energy. And I thought, right. And on my table, I had put my Ethereal Insights cards because I used them earlier on a quick short, and I left them on my table. And this one wanted to come off the top. So I said, okay, who are you? And it was Shift. Changes, energetic shifts. So I really feel like these are this is where we're going with our start. And then I was like, what other cards shall we use? And of course, it was the Secrets of the Witch's Garden that I have got on the table. So no wonder, because I've been doing a bit of gardening and tending to my garden. I'm hearing you tending to your garden, and it's important to do so. And I feel very grounded when I'm in nature and using my hands and walking on grass and things like that. So it's a beautiful feeling, you know. Anyway, I had the rose quartz on top of the Witch's Garden pack, so all about your heart chakra centering and what have you. And today I learned, I did myself a little oracle angel reading. And the transformation angel came up, and I know I'm going through a transformative stage right now, very big. I know that, but also I asked then, well, what is this transformation? What can it be? And I was told it is a new oracle for me, a gift. So I was like, that is amazing. It's so lovely to have that awareness, isn't it? It's something really nice. And this is where I feel this fragmented energy card is. So somebody here might just need to hear a little bit about detail about when we're in this sort of opportunities, lots of things to do. I suddenly felt like this the other day. I was thinking, oh my goodness, back to work Monday, tomorrow, back to work, back to this. I haven't even done this, I haven't even done that. And then I thought, you know what? Calm. You'll get it done. I always do. And suddenly I felt this pressure taken off me. And I think sometimes we do that to ourselves, don't we? And when we're going through transformation, of course, other sort of energy and triggers appear that you don't even anticipate, of course, and they suddenly add to, and you're in this sort of fragmented energy sort of frame of mind. And what you want to feel is peace. You want to feel that peace within, you want harmony, and you need to get back to that. So maybe it is about going into nature, it's about doing your meditation, it's about doing all these sort of things. And that's what I was told when I was told the oracle. You will, you learn your runes, learn your tarots, learn whatever. There's another. So I've got something else coming, a gift that spirits are asking me to look into. And I thought, you know what? I'll do it. I'll keep myself in a balanced state. And this is what this needs to happen. So try your very best to stay in a balanced state if you can, so that this energy doesn't fragment. And I'll read it to you, just so that you've got whatever resonates with you. This woman is part of a puzzle. Her own picture is not complete. Like the woman on the card, you may feel like you're pushing against the current with the pieces of your life all over the place. This card reveals a split in your energy and your attention. You may have too much to do, with the tasks of your personal and work life completely taking over. If you're hurrying through life and frantic about getting everything done, you are fragmenting your energy. Balance is necessary now. It's time to slow down. Reduce your have-tos and give yourself a break. If you don't, your agitated energy will block the very achievements you're working so hard on. So the other message here is that you may be looking at too many options. When considering future projects, you've lots of good ideas that take you to many different directions, but this indecision splits your energy, slows you down, or stops you completely. Make some specific choices and set up a plan. Change the path that calls to your heart. You can always change things up later, but now is the time to focus, not fragment your energetic power. So it's about focusing, and it's about balancing. So it's about focusing on balancing yourself. And then, of course, we got the shift. And that's exactly what is happening right now with this energy. There is a big shift. There's energetic shifts. We know that in a week's time, we are going to have, well, actually in 2 days' time, we're going to have an eclipse. And this is really a full moon and an eclipse. And we need to, no, it is a week's time, isn't it? So we need to make sure that we are in this very clear, balanced state. Okay, so energetic, shift your energy from this mental turmoil. Take yourself back and become one with yourself. And we're going to ask for some energetic shifts cards, and also our, which other ones shall we ask for? Well, we'll see when we get there. But right now we're going to just focus in on what this message is today, and then we're going to use our beautiful Witch's Garden Tarot. Now, I also want to read to you, of course, our message today that is on our calendar. It says here, if you seek knowledge, you must work hard for it. And it's funny how I told you that I've got this oracle gift, that I've something else I'm going to be learning. And it is about learning. It is about understanding and finding that knowledge. And on the back it says, be optimistic and positive. Because it's there for a reason. It's being given to you for a reason. When I did my walk earlier on, I was actually talking to Spirit about this. And I said, you know, all this learning that I've done, I absolutely understand that at some point I'm going to be using it. It's got to be. It's not, nothing is for nothing, is it? There's a reason for everything. We know this. And what is meant to be for you will come for you. And then you will have those tools in your kit that will help you. You'll have the knowledge. You'll have those lessons that have been learned. You'll have all those different things that have come up. And it could have been 10 years ago, it could have been last week, but it is there for a reason, and we have to understand that. We go with the energetic flow. Don't know where that's coming from. Yeah, well, I do. Right, here we go. Let's see. We've got fragmented energy. Well, it's sort of on top there, but it's also, let's have a look what it is. Okay, so it's the Eight of Swords, exactly. Just exactly confirming for us exactly what this looks like. There's something that you're feeling, you're having to go through. And look at the moon. So in this next full moon, it's very important to understand, I think, where you are going to have to be balanced. You're not going to see what is going to be coming for you. I'm going to read this to you. Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. Okay. What am I looking for? I don't know. I was looking for something. I know what I was looking for. I was looking for what we know about swords in this book, what they say swords is all about. Because I love the way they explain, but I can't find it. So here we go. Swords are air. They reflect thoughts, ideas, and stories. They are the inner and outer voice. Swords reflect how a person perceives their role in the world and how they think. So, exactly, if you've got fragmented energy, this could be the situation, the problem for you right now. Okay, and how do we get rid of it? We go back to balancing ourselves, to grounding ourselves, okay? Swords align with the element of air, and air moves as fast as the mind. In the quality of wind during a storm of thoughts, it is the buoyancy of oxygen filling the lungs and the pace of the breath, depending on how one perceives what is happening to them. A sword also slices through the air quickly, and like words, can wound or protect. So swords are often of the scariest suit of the deck because they are where personal judgments are made. So swords reflect the witch's inner voice. Very good. All right. And 8s are flow and results and strong, healthy plants for right propagation. Now, of course, here you can see all these swords are in the ground. They're all standing upright. There is one here almost like it's pushing her above. Higher, higher, go on, you can do this. Yeah? It's almost like an encouragement card. Make a change. I'm hearing, make a change. Okay. All right, so the 8 of Swords, let's have a look. All right, so our 8 of Swords is about restraint. Jupiter in Gemini. Reflect beneath a stormy moon. What is stirring wakes up soon. Floating beyond the eyes can't see. The mind dreams horrors up for thee. The 8 of Swords is the card of restraint and being held captive in a situation beyond your control. The esoteric reading and secret of this card reveals occult initiation. The witch gives herself over to a harrowing ordeal, so when she emerges and removes the blindfold, she will see the world with a new set of eyes. She will be reborn. Energetic shift, you see? You alone must face your greatest challenge. Will you greet it willingly? Call for help or request guidance in advance, but to conquer inner demons and repetitive patterns, you must fix it. Okay, so the struggling internally, isolation, entrapment, struggling internally, trying to control what cannot be tamed. Give yourself over to the challenge and conquer it. Okay, because it is about changes right now. Very strong guidance, beautiful guidance. All right, so let's see, what else could we have help with in terms of this energetic shift? Fragmented energy. Okay, Queen of Wands. And our Queen of Wands, as we know, Queen of Wands is very much about, she sits with her, you can see her here. She's very intuitive. She has fire. She has passion. She has emotion. She sits in her emotions. She's very loving. She can be very nurturing. We've also got the Devil. And the Devil card, of course, as we know, look at these two people. They are changed. The Devil can be a bit of a trickster, can make us imagine that we've got so many problems, so much to do. That sort of feel. But we actually aren't. We don't have to be. We can unbind ourselves. We can find the change that we need, the shift that we need. And these cycles come back up to trigger us into doing so. And that was your Devil card's all about. And then we have got the 5 of Wands, and it is in reverse. So this sort of idea of trying too hard, trying to grab things, and run off with your own, the competition in something, maybe let it go. Maybe that's why you have this fragmented energy. Maybe you think in a working environment, you've got to prove yourself. You've got to run yourself ragged so that you might get noticed. If you are not noticed in a situation, whatever it might be, it's because your light is not shining. And it might be because it doesn't need to right now. And because it might be that something better is going to come along. Let this go. Let them squabble. Let them be competitive. Let them. Have you seen that book, Let Them? Go and find it. It's so true. Because you don't need to get involved in this. This is why this is in the reversal. These are your energetic shifts. These are your changes that are taking place right now. All right, I'm going to actually read the 5 of Wands to you. Drama stirred out of boredom, amusing the self by provoking others, unwillingness to fight. So what can you do about this? Let's ask. Here we go. Knight of Cups in reverse. Again, maybe the Queen of Wands. Let me just speak to you about the Queen of Wands because she is here. Actually, she won't be here. She'll be at the back. Let me just get her first. She is all about natural confidence and strength. She's warm to the touch, but she'll never singe as her fires create and sustain her life. Okay, she's laser focused on it. If you call in that strength and what have you, can get rid of the situation. So what can you do? Well, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, let's see what he's going to say for you. He is all about ignoring sweeter elements in life, rushing ahead without savoring pleasure, lack of enjoyment due to emotional detachment. I feel like that's going straight back to this fragmented energy. You have got this strength, you have got this knowing on one side, I've put you. But on this side, I feel like this is why it's fragmented. And on this side, you almost feel like you've got to be in this trapped environment, this trapped situation. Six of Cups and the Death card in reverse, jumping off. So the Six of Cups with the Knight of Cups. Going back to the Knight of Cups. Let me just go back to him for a minute. Sorry, I've missed him out now. And I had him a minute. Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Lack of enjoyment due to an emotional detachment. But then you've got, look, the Six of Cups. What can you do about it? What emotional gifts can I offer? Look here. The Six of Cups comes out then to say to you, you can spend that time finding that emotional gift. I think that's for yourself really more than anything. Coming back from this fragmented energy. I felt like I need to put that in the middle here, you know. So let's just go to our Six of Cups. Sun and Scorpio. Fairy favors, cups delight between the fairies who rest from flight, tucked beneath a garden den. Sweet remembrance warms the fan. So this marks a gift of the heart, reminiscent of childhood delight. Walk down memory lane with somebody. Nothing's gone forever. Yeah, giving and receiving. Gifts from the heart, memories, happiness, comfort, the feeling of coming home to what you love. Offerings of love. Maybe that's what you've got to do in order to be able to balance your energy. Coming back to this idea of, you know, the strength that you do have. Maybe it's about loving yourself and really understanding. And maybe it's about being with somebody that you really do love and appreciate. They can balance you as well. They can make you feel special again. That this fragmented energy you can get rid of. The Devil in reverse, Death card in reverse. Often the Death card, you feel like it's about, you know, the idea of change and transformation. But it's here again in reverse. So it's about you're not seeing or accepting that change. This shift is happening and you've got this fragmented energy to it. Maybe you're just not really embracing it enough, clinging to what was, vanished, being in a sort of a stagnation feel. That's the Death card in reverse. So this is how this fragmented energy is looking like right now. And Spirit is saying you need to go and you need to love yourself. I think you need to remember what it is that you want and how you want to feel, because being in a fragmented energy like this is not feeling good. You know, it's causing unrest and this competition between everybody. Yeah, and willingness to fight and willingness. So if you can, I think this is a very clear message today from our spirit guides to say that this, you're not trapped. You're trapping yourself mentally, maybe. You know, you're causing this in yourself. Even though you can't see what is to come, you can really feel that there is something, there's the energetic shift is coming. And you want to come back to this balance, to this harmony, to this peace. You know, find your friend that gives you that peace and harmony. Find that person, or just for yourself, you know, you can do it. Right, let's ask our cosmic insights. What is the situation that is going to be coming this week? All right. It could be someone is still figuring things out. Okay, so you could be a person that is still figuring things out. It says here sexuality. Now, when we think about sexuality, if we're thinking about our Queen of Wands, okay, she's very honoring, she's very honest, she's open, she's very clever. She sits in her strength. And I think, you know, when we think about our sexuality, even I've been in a situation myself where I've worked with men, and I am a woman, and I feel quite intimidated sometimes by them because they've got this masculine, strong energy. And maybe when I was younger, I certainly felt like I was a little bit intimidated. I had this thing with older people that I tend to be very submissive in some ways, because I've been brought up to really respect your old elders and all that sort of, and that intimidates me a little bit. But now, as I've got older, as I've gone past these certain things that were behaviors and patterns inbred in me, and we've talked about this, I had to really consider myself and how I'm feeling. And I will respect everybody equally. I want everybody to respect me no matter what, whether I am an older person, a younger person, a female, a male, doesn't matter. We are all of an equal, especially in a working environment. We have our jobs to do, we have things to do, and I feel like that is something that it takes time to recognize. And sometimes if you've got people that are threatened in some way, they often act out and they make you feel worse. You know, this sort of bullying technique is very prevalent in somebody who's trying to figure out their sexuality, try and figure out who they are and where they belong. And it can come from childhood wounding, which is what I was hearing. So that is very important. We've also got here an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And interesting how the Libra is a scales card. Gemini are the twins. So this could be why there's a sexuality. You could be a twin and you feel like your twin does more than you. You could be feeling that you are treated very differently. And if I was saying, you know, we're all in we're in this job to do the same job, we're hired for this job, why should I feel any different to somebody else? I've got just as much knowledge, I've got the same training, I've got the same education, whatever it might be, just because I'm a female and you're a male, or I'm older, you're younger, whatever, right? That Gemini feeling of, you know, we mirror each other, we are twins, we are here the same as, it's an interesting concept when we consider those air signs. And of course, Aquarius is your water sign. And water is about emotions. So it can stir up emotions. People stir up our emotions. And that may be also leading to your fragmented energy. Yeah? Okay, nothing else from our cosmic insights. So that was a little bit of a hint and a tip. I feel like that's what that was all about. Right, I'm going to now call on our high vibration. Our vibration cards. Can you please confirm and help us with some guidance? Our coming week, to do with what is on this table, this fragmented energy. What can we do? Your sensitivity is a gift. So my friend, if you are this person with this fragmented energy, and you're quite sensitive with the situation you're in, whatever it might be causing for you, okay? Making you feel like you are trapped in some way, possibly. Making you feel like you can't see anything, but you know there's shifts, things are changing, people are changing. It can be the smallest of things, but it can be also quite a big thing. So whatever you feel, your sensitivity is a gift. I'm going to read this for you because I think that's an important one to read today. If I can find it. Yes, I can. Your sensitivity is a gift. And I open straight away to it. You are a sensitive being. You may not recognize it, but ever since you were young, you've been developing a unique sense of awareness that allows you to feel how others feel, connect through emotion, and let your own feelings flow. In every space you are in, you are perceiving energies beyond regular human perception. For many years, this has set you apart from others. You may have heard people tell you that you are too sensitive, and the overwhelm of how you feel has seemed like a curse. But your sensitivity is a gift. Through the feelings you have endured, the emotions you felt, you have come to understand your own unique needs. You know yourself. You've learned how to overcome huge challenges. Through this healing journey, you've uncovered the gifts you were born to share. Absolutely. You would never be where you are or who you are without your sensitivity. Therefore, it is a true gift. And today, the universe is inviting you to see this. Isn't that beautiful? And there I was telling you about my gift, my oracle gift that I was thinking about. And oh my goodness me, that's so beautiful. So here we are, my friend. All of this shift is all about to be very clearly shown to you. And you've got to appreciate who you are. Go back to who you are. Be this loving, giving, receiving, kind person. Don't let anybody shift you off this. Stay in your balance. Absolutely stay in your balance. It's very important. Stay in your balance. Let's see if our dream cards will give us a nice little message for the week. Here we go. Don't do as you planned, do as you feel. Right in your heart. Practice listening to your heart again and again. Learn its language. There we are. And that I'm hearing that will help you with your fragmented energy. That will help you with this energy shift, these changes that you are feeling. It'll help you with your sensitivity as well, in your knowing, in your feeling. You felt this shift. So you know it's there. Just like I said, it might be in work that you feel people are treating you differently. You might feel your boss is behaving, and this is what I was trying to get at. And we feel it, and it makes us feel quite anxious. It can, make us feel like we've got to, step up more than we should have to, whatever, you know your story. So don't do as you plan, do as you feel right in your heart. Practice listening to your heart again and again, learn its language. I'm just being told to get an energy card as well, which I shall do for us for this week. Let's do it. One energy card, please, Spirit, just to confirm what we've discussed, this fragmented energy, how to get rid of it, how we're going to work our week. How are we going to work our week? Patience. And the thinking man. Those are beautiful cards. So patience, this is about divine timing. This energetic shift is going to take the time it's going to take. I kept saying what's on your path is on your path. Yes. So it's about patience. Be patient with yourself, I'm hearing as well. Be patient with your feelings. Go back to this idea of, being with people that really care about your feelings and looking after you. I talked about the Queen of Wands like she was the Queen of Cups, was my bad, but I felt like I needed to say this nurturing, this love feeling. You need to find that. And I feel like it's somebody maybe that you know and connect with pretty well. Okay? But if not, find yourself that love. Have patience with yourself, my friend. And this thinking man. This could be a person that could be this person that will give you good insight into how you're feeling and what you should be doing, and give it, you know, this sort of guidance that you might need, this thinking man, this person. But if not, he could still be coming into your life, especially in this energetic shift with this change. He could give you very clear guidance. Look at the crystals he's holding in terms of your energetic or your spiritual journey and how to use this energy. And he could also be the one that could help you with the sexuality card as well, in knowing or figuring yourself out. Or he could be the person that you are dealing with that could be figuring it out. So you take what resonates. But he could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius person. But this person is here to help you. He's in the upright. He's very positive. He's offering you insight. He's offering you clarity with crystal. So that's really, really beautiful. Thank you for that, Spirit. That is lovely. We're going to take that, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to go on my merry way and do some more chores. So I will love you and leave you, and I will see you again soon. You have a wonderful rest of your day and a lovely week. And thank you for joining me. If you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, and maybe just making a comment telling me how you're feeling, if you feel, if this has resonated with you. I love that. I really do. And I appreciate it as well. And I'm always very, very blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit, to be able to guide you and to send you these wonderful, wonderful guidance from my spirit team. So thank you.